Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. How you doing? My name is Will Johnson, UnitedAmericaFirst.com. I thank everyone for joining me. We have a lively one for you tonight. We're going to talk about CNN attacking Fox News. CNN is attacking Fox News, and we're seeing it firsthand. We're seeing it happen right before our eyes. You know, CNN has been attacking the president, and now they've actually been attacking Fox News for some time. It's just now Fox News is having to step up their game and address the issue. Not only is CNN going after Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, pretty much the entire network, they're going to eventually go after Laura Ingraham. I haven't heard them say anything about Laura Ingraham, but just give it time. They're going to go after her as well. They're going after Sean Hannity and Tucker right now because they're at the top of the ticket. They're at the top right now. So, of course, they have to go after Sean Hannity and Tucker. And I truly believe because CNN hates the fact that President Trump will watch Fox News, so they have to go after him. Let me pull this up and I'll give you an example. Exactly what I'm talking about. Many of you have probably already seen this picture when I had it up on the screen here. So we're just going to pull it up for you here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Here it is. We have Anderson Cooper. Now, this is them deliberately going after Tucker Carlson. All right. So let me go ahead and pull this up and I'm going to play this and I'm going to pause it just so I can talk about what they're saying here.
To one of their anchors, Tucker Carlson, making anti-gay, misogynistic, racist, and sexist remarks. The audio is from radio interviews during a 6-year period beginning back in 2006 with a shock jock who calls himself Bubba the Love Sponge. Here's one released last night where Carlson is talking about Iraq back in 2008.
Iraq is a crappy place filled with a bunch of, semi-literate, primitive monkeys.
How could you salvage Iraq at this point?
I don't, it's beyond our control. I mean, if somehow the Iraqis decided to behave like human beings or something.
You hear that? He said as if Iraqis are going to act like human beings or something, right? So just listen to this.
Here's Carlson and the host using anti-gay slurs in 2006.
MSNBC's very own Tucker Carlson.
MSNBC very own Tucker Carlson. This is when he was on MSNBC.
Tuck, do you like coming on with us? Because I like you. I mean, I'm not trying to out on you or nothing, but I like you.
Well, I like you too, and I mean that. You always say I mean that in a non way, but I actually mean it in a completely way.
And there was this conversation about Martha Stewart's daughter, also in 2006. We blanked out the vilest words.
Alexis Stewart, we run into her all the time.
She seems awful.
Yeah, she is awful.
They're very.
She seems extremely.
I like.
So they're going after him because he says something about the Iraqi people as if, people in the Middle East, as if he's against Muslims, xenophobic.
Today, Carlson hasn't apologized, neither has Fox. CNN's Brian Stelter says last night's program carried fewer ads than usual, and he says big advertisers seem to be avoiding the show. Carlson says the liberal organization Media Matters, which released the audio tapes, has been working hard to kill, in his words, his show since it launched in 2016. With all of that, I want to bring in legendary ABC News correspondent Sam Donaldson. Sam, I'm wondering what you make of this. When I first heard about it, I thought, wait, are these comments he made when he was, a kid, when he was in high school, a teenager, or college, or in some stupid radio show? This was starting 2006, I guess over a 10-year period on a shock jock show. Should the fact that he was talking to, Bubba the Love Sponge on a shock radio show, should that be taken into account when thinking about the remarks he made?
Now, I want you to hear what he's getting ready to say. Okay. The sickening part about this is that they don't want to address Ilhan Omar with her comments talking about Jewish people. You know, they're giving her a pass. They don't even want to address it. Don't even want to acknowledge it. But they're going to talk about saying that he is Islamophobic because he made comments years ago when he was on MSNBC of all places. How come they didn't address it then? Why is it now that he's on Fox and he's doing so much better? And now I'm assuming that he was a liberal or he was a Democrat at the time when he was on MSNBC, or maybe MSNBC, he thought they were, just report the news. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is now that he's on Fox News and he's doing better by himself than CNN, they're attacking him. Now listen to this.
No, why? Because it was a radio show or it was several years ago? How many guys now are taking the fall, and properly so, for having put their arms on the women several years ago? No one's saying, oh, that was in the past. This is in the past only to the extent that the guys who probably take the fall did it. But Tucker Carlson is going to go on for two reasons, I think. He appeals to the Fox audience. He's coming on strong. The king of cable,
here it is.
3.3 million people a night, is Sean Hannity. And right behind him comes Tucker Carlson with about 2.9 million. Do you think Fox is going to say, well, you've been a bad boy, we're going to have to let you go, or we're going to have to reprimand you? I think his audience is there, and they want the audience.
Of course they want the audience. Seriously? CNN, let me just let it go. Watch. Just listen.
The advertisers do stick with him. Well, of course, if they leave him, then he's toast. Fox will suddenly discover that what he did was beyond the pale, and they let him go. But not now.
It's interesting. I guess he was on MSNBC when he started appearing on this radio show. So it's interesting that they, seemed to be fine with it at the time. I want to play some of what Tucker Carlson had to say about this last night.
So this is me talking about CNN, talking about Tucker Carlson, which they're getting ready to play Tucker Carlson.
The great American outrage machine is a remarkable thing. One day you're having dinner with your family, imagining everything is fine. The next, your phone is exploding with calls from reporters. It's a bewildering moment, especially when the quotes in question are more than a decade old. There's really not that much you can do to respond. It's pointless to try to explain how the words were spoken in jest or taken out of context, or in any case bear no resemblance to what you actually think.
See, Tucker Carlson is like, you know what, whatever you're saying, I really don't care. But he has to address it because they're trying to go after his pocketbook. The advertisers during his broadcast, they're going after them.
So, I mean, he's not backing down or apologizing, and he says, look.
Apologize for what? Apologize for what? So he has an opinion about something that he said years ago? Why are they doing that? See, this is exactly what CNN and the rest of them do. They attack conservatives and try to make them apologize for them just saying something in the past. It's water under the bridge. Let it go. It's not like he's constantly bashing women now, right? Is that the whole point here? That he's bashing women, that he's Islamophobic, and that he's homophobic? I mean, seriously? CNN is just upset because he is beating them out by himself. That's the problem here.
And this was on a shock jock radio show. They were spoken in jest or taken out of context.
Well, I hate to repeat myself, but can you think of Matt Lauer or any of the other people, Charlie Rose, saying, well, wait a moment, it was just in jest, it was in fun. I mean, this was something that wasn't that important, was it? Yes, it was important. It happened long ago, but yes, it's still important. Your character's important. And what's happening today is a revolution when it comes to the way men treat women.
Okay, so if we want to talk about how men are treating women, let's go back to Virginia. The attorney, or the lieutenant governor in Virginia right now has two women that came out and said that they were assaulted by him. Where are they on this subject? Not only that, the governor, if they want to talk about, being xenophobic or just racist in general, the governor had on a blackface along with the attorney general in Virginia. Where are they at on that? See, These are a bunch of hypocrites, and I'm telling you, the only reason why they're at war with Fox News, especially Tucker Carlson and Hannity, because he just mentioned both of them, because both of them alone are beating out CNN. They cannot stand the fact that they are not being watched any longer by the American people. CNN is truly at war with the American people, and we're seeing it.
Well, you say, but this is not that. No, this is vulgarity. This is hate speech. This is homophobic speech. This is the kind of speech that, if left unchecked, will change this country forever.
So when did they start talking about Ilhan Omar? They left that unchecked. She's still on the foreign committee against Israel. They still left that unchecked. When are they going to check her? When are they going to remove her? See, they don't care. It's so maddening that they go through all of this trouble trying to take down Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity, but they have Democrats that's doing things that's 10 times worse.
It's just as bad, and it should be punished in the way that the men were punished for what they did. But as I say, I don't foresee it happening.
What Democrats are being punished? I mean, seriously, you have Democrats that are breaking the law constantly, and they don't want to talk about it.
It's interesting that we're in a time where at least among some people, the idea of actually a heartfelt apology, saying obviously those words don't represent the way I feel or whatever, and saying, I'm sorry, that's something that in some quarters is just not, I guess, not considered, because it's viewed as a sign of weakness by some, and I guess there are audiences which back that up.
Well, Tucker says, as you just played, he says that he's the victim. I'm the victim, the great outrage machine. Tell it to the women. I'm the victim. They're coming at me. Yes, they are. Some people are, at least, because this is unacceptable. Now, these people we're talking about are not news people. They don't pretend to be. They are opinion makers, and they pretend nothing about, I know how to do a story straight, I know how to do a story without twisting it, because that's their business.
I mean, he's saying that Fox News is opinion. They only have opinion makers. They're opinion makers. This is what he's saying about Fox News, that they're opinion makers. What do they think CNN does? CNN is not reporting news. If any news is coming out of CNN, it has been 100% fake. Should we remind you about Jussie Smollett? Jussie Smollett should be a prime example of exactly how the news push information out and get everybody to believe it, and we're all supposed to be dumb enough to believe the crazy stuff that they're saying. No, I'm not going to believe you, CNN. I can care less what you say. We've had enough. CNN and the rest of them have gone to the extent of blaming people for things that they didn't do. Just for, again, the Jussie Smollett, they were blaming white people with MAGA hats going out attacking Jussie Smollett as if it was true. Give you another example. They are calling for Tucker to be removed from Fox News. That's exactly what they're doing here. So CNN is, again, trying to push their power onto conservatives. During CPAC, CNN, Dorsey from CNN, he was there, and he didn't like the fact that Laura Loomer approached him. Dorsey, the same one at CNN, was crying at Twitter, getting Twitter to remove Alex Jones. CNN, the liberal left, have been controlling the GOP, and the GOP is not coming out saying it's not true. Someone needs to say it's not true. The only one that they can't control is President Trump, and that's the reason why they go day in and day out attacking the President of the United States. Day in and day out. InfoWars, Alex Jones, they blamed a fat kid. Yeah, I say fat kid. I'm a little chubby myself. I'm fat. I need to lose some weight. But they blamed Alex Jones for attacking some kid in the park when it wasn't even him. Think about that. So because they blamed him, and if you don't believe me, go look at the video. There's a video out there right now with Mr. Rogan. He was on there. Jack Dorsey was on there. He had his lawyer on there, and Tim Pool. And the lawyer brought up the fact that Alex Jones was attacking some young kid at a park, and it wasn't even him. So they removed him on a lie. They removed him based on a lie. How does that happen? CNN put out the lies. When did they apologize to the young men that were 16? Now there's a lawsuit against CNN for $250 million because they lied about the kid. Didn't even take any time to look it up to see if it was true. They lied about Alex Jones. They lied about Jussie Smollett. If anything, Jussie Smollett should bring up a lawsuit against CNN for running the story without verifying it. Because of CNN and MSNBC and the rest of them, they added fuel to this fake story that Jussie Smollett put out. Think about it. And what's going to be done about it? Nothing. Nothing. They are going to continue on with the lies. And yes, they are at war with the American people. And why are they at war with the American people, you ask? Because we voted for President Trump. That's why they're at war with us. And if you look at it, they're losing the war. If you look at the numbers, CNN is so low in their ratings. That's the reason why they're going after Sean Hannity and Tucker. And they can't stand it. For the life of them, they don't understand it. They see that they're losing ground. I read an article today that the young Jewish community is leaving the Democrat Party. The Democratic Party should have they should have said her name. Ilhan Omar. They should have said her name and said that, look, we're going to remove you from the Foreign Committee. They should have done it. They don't care about the American people. If you're black or if you're Jewish, if you're white or if you're brown or if you're Asian, they don't care. 100% they don't care. And I encourage someone to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I would love to see it. All right, so the phone line is open. If you want to call and tell me how I'm wrong, then do it. By all means, call me and tell me how I'm wrong. Say, Will, you're wrong. You don't have a clue what you're talking about. They're not attacking the president. They're not attacking Sean Hannity. They're not attacking Tucker Carlson. They're not doing it. It's all conspiracy. It's all fake. It's actually not happening. Will Johnson, wake up. You are supporting a racist. You are supporting a xenophobe. You are supporting a homophobe. You're black. You can't be anything other than Democrat. That's what I hear. I hear it all the time. You're a coon. I hear all this crazy stuff all the time. And what am I supposed to just give up because you come at me and tell me all this crazy stuff? I don't think so. These crazy people, they can't help themselves, so that's why they do it. All right, so like I said, I have the phone line open if you want to call in. All right, let's go to our first call here. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I have the phone line open if you want to call in.
Hi, Will. It's Mary from Delaware.
Hello, Mary.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
I agree with I agree with everything you're saying. I listen to these people. You know, there was something that came to me recently. You know, I sit here and think about all this stuff all the time. Remember when you know they first started attacking President Trump on Make America Great Again, and they started saying, "Oh, he's racist. He wants to make you all slaves again."
Yes.
Well, is that what they consider was when America was great?
I know, right? I mean, you know, I thought the same thing. They believe America is great when black people were slaves. You know what? You're onto it, because think about it.
Yeah.
For Democrats, they own slaves. So to Democrats, that's when America was great.
Yeah, things come to me and I sit here and go, wait a minute, what a line, and nobody picked up on it. And also, like, all of this stuff that other Muslim who called President Trump and
Rashida Tlaib.
MFA. Nobody
Rashida
calling
Tlaib.
her out.
Yeah, they're not calling her out either.
Her name is.
Yeah.
She's the Muslim. I don't care. They're Muslims. And people better wake up, because they're looking to take this country over. I saw a video tonight in America where they had the American flag on the ground and they were stepping on it, screaming and yelling about how America stinks.
Yeah, but yet they're in America.
It's time to get these Muslims out of this country.
But yet they're in America, and they're stepping on the American flag, and they hate America, and they're doing everything to try to undermine and destroy this country. But yet they're still in America. It's crazy. And you know, I've said it before.
And Obama brought all these Muslims in, especially the ones from Somalia.
What?
They're very dangerous people.
Yes.
They're vicious, violent people.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I want to thank you for calling, Mary.
Thanks for talking to me, Will.
All right, take
Appreciate
care.
it. Bye.
You know what? I've said this before. They want any people in the world. Now, there's some people that probably like, I don't even care to go to America. But for the most part, this is the greatest country in the world. So you have people saying, I want to go to America to be successful because it's great, or I want to go to America to destroy it. But yet they all want to come to America. You can't even make it up. You can't even make it up. Let's go to the next one. Hello, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New Jersey. Little old white lady from New Jersey that just loves this man.
Thank you. Turn your computer down for me.
Okay. Let me see. Got to hold on. I'm a little old here.
Is this Jennifer?
Right, got it. Shirley. This is my daughter's phone.
Oh, okay.
Shirley.
Shirley. How you doing, Shirley?
All right, great. I just can't believe what's happened in this country. I just don't believe it. I'm in North Jersey where it's 90% Democrat, and I got some friends that 4th, 5th generation Democrats that turned Republican.
Really?
With all this bull crap going on. Yeah, I get ripped to shreds all the time.
Well, you should come out to California. California is no better. I mean, they're pretty aggressive here. And I think because of California, it really helped me go ahead and complete my transition from the dark side to the good side.
Up here where I am, at Hudson County, it is 90%. There hasn't been a Republican up here, except for Chris Christie, and he stunk anyway.
Yeah.
It's always Democrat. They're 4th and 5th generation. I get along with some of the council people. I used to be a union rep, so I argued with them a lot, and I'm good friends with some of them, and you just can't. I listen to them, and I shake my head like, how can you defend these people?
Yeah, I mean, but they do it.
Out the president.
Yep, but they do it. They do it. But you know what?
I had.
And you know what the thing is? Seeing it, I don't think they realize what they're doing because they're constantly attacking people when they don't have to. Just stop attacking people, stop attacking the president, and just report the news. Then people will be like, okay, they've changed their entire thing. At some point, somebody within CNN that's at the top level is going to say, you know what? We've got to change. We can't do this any longer. We cannot spend day in and day out attacking the president and attacking American people that support the president. They're going to kill themselves. Huh?
Some of his own people on his own party, they're not jumping up to defend him.
You know what? Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Win again?
Yeah, absolutely true.
Figuring he might not win again, so let me stay in the middle of the road here.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're worried about their seats. That's it. But hey, I want to thank you for calling, Shirley.
Okay, sweetie.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's go to, looks like Sheila. Is this Sheila?
Yeah, hi, Will. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know what? The country is great. It's just some liberals in it don't want to keep it that way.
Well, let me tell you something. I have been here half of the night listening to all this, and I got lots of things I would love to say, and I know I don't have time to say it. But I'm going to tell you, on your part, I don't trust one Democrat, not one. And I was a Democrat that walked away.
Mm.
When Trump ran, I walked away from Democrat to Republican.
You know what? There's more and more people. I was talking about it earlier that I saw an article where the young Jewish community is leaving the Democrat Party, and there's a whole movement behind it. And you know what? Because of what they did here, they shot themselves in the foot, and they know better. But you know what? I really think they don't care.
Well, you know what the whole problem is? The whole darn South, when parents were raising their kids, everybody told them, vote Democrat. You got to be a Democrat. You got to be a Democrat. Well, you know, and I said, After I got older, and like I'm 67, I've told y'all before, but I am not voting Democrat. I'm going to vote Republican.
Yeah.
So
you know what? I've lost family members. I've lost friends, associates, because I became a conservative. And you know what? So be it. Because I cannot support a party or an idea or a group. And it's not even just about party, because you always talk about it's not just about party because the Republicans aren't perfect. No, they're not. The Republicans are spineless. You know, so it's about what is right and what is wrong. And just so happen to be that the Democrats support everything that is wrong, and they constantly show it to us, and people still doing it. I mean, it's crazy.
And listen, are they gonna? I don't know. Are you in California too?
I am in Northern California, just outside of Oakland, the stomping grounds of Kamala Crazy Harris.
I have a brother in Oakland, and I have a daughter in Los Angeles, and it worries me. I've called both of them. Get your families, get up, and move out and come back home.
So many people are leaving the state. It's ridiculous. I have family back east telling me that they're seeing commercial spots telling people to move to California. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well,
but hey,
one thing I want to say,
okay,
is it irritated the heck out of me is it's the one that has the jihad over her head, or the
that's Ilhan Omar. She has the burqa on.
Omar.
Yes.
Okay. And somebody got on here today or something and made a comment. Oh, well, what are they going to do about the Catholic nuns? Well, I got news for you. I'm not Catholic anymore, but I was raised Catholic, and I'm Baptist because my husband's Baptist. But I'm going to tell you this. You don't have a nun running through Congress with a habit on and demonstrating herself and doing whatever she wants to do. They only work for religion. They only work for the church.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? The Democrats would never elect a nun in the first place.
Oh, no.
So, hey, I want to thank you for the call. Thank you for the call.
All
right, take care.
Bye-bye.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of you. So this whole episode here, I'm talking about how CNN, and it's not just CNN, but CNN's at the top of the ticket because they should know better. But they're so, what's the word? Just for lack of words, just nasty. They're just nasty. Straight up nasty. And one thing that I was kind of surprised even CNN was talking about, but because they can't help it, everyone has to talk about it because it's trending right now. The whole thing about these elitists taking money, writing a check for their children to go to school. See, here in the state of California, they made it to where if you're illegal and you go to a certain college, that they would give you a 4-year, 100% paid tuition-free college if you're illegal, not if you're an American citizen. But the elitists, see, they'll write a check to get their child into a school, and they'll just, in the children that want to study, and the children who has the test scores and who is academically fit for these scholarships and et cetera, they're getting turned down for somebody elitist that has the money. So think about that. Think about that. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Will, this is Christy from Dallas, Texas. How are you?
Chrissy?
Christy.
How you doing, Chrissy? So Chrissy from, you said Dallas, Texas?
Dallas, Texas.
Nice. Texas is about to turn blue.
Oh, I hope not. We got to fight. We got to keep fighting. No, but I was calling to see if you had seen that video on AOC and how she got elected into Congress. There's a video going around.
I did see that. So the whole video behind that is one that they were just finding someone to audition for a position, and supposedly like her brother or somebody put her name in there, and and then
that guy.
Yes.
I don't like to believe into. I'm not into the conspiracy theories and all that, but man, the guy on that YouTube, he had details, backup, and everything. So it was kind of hard to not believe it.
You know what? It makes it extremely believable when you hear her.
Especially when she talks.
When you hear her, it makes it extreme. You know what? So even if it's not true, I mean, it's like, something's up. Something's up. And as long as, and she got,
and I'm just wondering too, if it's true, what can we do?
You know what? The rumor has it that she also, there's $1 million in campaign money just disappeared. So it looked like she might have more things coming down the pipe than she cares for. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I don't know.
There's a lot of investigations going in on her. So hopefully they find something.
Yep, absolutely. So something's probably going to happen. So I've already heard other people already gearing up to try to take that position when all this comes down. So we're going to see. Well, hey, I want to thank you for the call.
Thank you, Will. Keep up the good work.
All right, you too. Take care. All right, let's go to Liz. Hello, Liz.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. Did you get my email? I sent you a picture of my son.
You did? I haven't looked at it yet. I will have to make sure I look at it once I'm done here.
Okay. Hey, listen. As far as CNN goes, they're trying to start problems because, I honestly think that's why they want Fox to do the debates, because they want the ratings.
Yeah, you know what? That is another very good point, because Fox News, they have excommunicated, or they X'd out Fox News, or they're banning Fox News from doing any debates. This is the presidential debate, and they're blocking out a national news network. What does that say? Is this Nazi Germany or what? I mean, where do we live?
They are running scared. Let me tell you, they are so afraid that they won't have a network next year.
You know what? That would work for me. Absolutely. Actually, no. It wouldn't work for me because it wouldn't work for me because they give me a lot to talk about.
Well, not only that, they give us a lot of ammunition for these people walking away.
That's exactly my point.
Oh, exactly. And but not only that, I got to tell you, Will, I have to be driving Facebook crazy. I'm waiting to be banned because every post I get that's anything about the Democrats and how wonderful they are, I post on their comments, votedemout.org.
Really?
So the big logo of yours comes up, and I'm hoping that people are going to check it out.
Wow. I bet you, I bet you that's probably going to tickle. You know what? When President Trump, when I was in the White House, for some reason, this particular time, I've been there twice. And this particular time, when I was in the White House, Trump did not sign any hats. And I was like, I was really disappointed.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so he walked out. For anyone who doesn't know the story, so I walked out in this foyer where they had the live band for us, because he's a racist and everything. He's feeding us and have drinks for us and live band and just treating us like royalty. But this what new racist people do. But anyways, I'm standing there.
Yeah, evidently.
Exactly, treating us like royalty, but he's racist. But so I'm standing there, and next thing I know, I look down the hallway. And a whole bunch of people have their phones up, taking pictures and videos and stuff. And I'm like, what's going on? So I walk over there, and sure enough, it's President Trump. And they have Marines standing in between him and the rest of us. I'm like, wow, this, they have to, right? But anyways, I hold up my hat, and with the marker, and he happens to look up at it, and he read my hat, vote Dem out. And he said, give it here. And I was like, yes. And that's when he signed my hat. Because he actually took a second to read it, vote Dem out, because he understands we're all for him. And for a black man to say vote Democrats out, the liberals, black liberals, white liberals, Asian liberals, they all can't stand it because I'm supposed to be on the plantation. I'm not supposed to be thinking for myself. I'm supposed to be hating white people according to them. It's crazy.
I'm telling you what. I'm telling you, your viewers, they want to drive them all crazy. Anytime you see a CNN post, go to their comments and type in votedemout.org.
Yeah.
And it'll come, and your logo will come up, and it's your website to direct them to your website.
Nice. You know what? CNN, I know for a fact that CNN has blocked me from their Facebook page. Well, they haven't necessarily blocked me. What they've done is they made it to where anytime I type in anything on their Facebook page is hidden from other people to see it. So I've gone on there and I've done that, but nope, no one's going to see your stuff any longer.
Well, they can't keep blocking all of us out.
Yeah, if everybody keeps doing it, they're going to get upset. You know what? Maybe, I don't know if there's a way, but maybe in Facebook they can go in and block certain words. Maybe that's the case. I don't know, so people can't see it.
Every now and then I'll get a post. I'll make a statement, and somebody will comment on it, but I won't ever see the comment, and I write them back. I don't know what you said, but, unfortunately they blocked it, so I can't see it. So sorry, you can try again later.
Yeah, sometimes.
And that's my response to that.
Sometimes I've noticed that they'll
let
make
them know that they've been blocked.
Yeah, well, sometimes I've noticed they'll make a comment, and then I'm talking about leftists will make a comment, and they want you to see it, and then they'll delete it. I've noticed that too. Or they'll make a comment to you thinking that the comment is going to still show up, and then they block you. So
yeah,
I see all that way. Yep.
I mean, people are stupid. I mean, like I said, I got my hat too. I got my hat a couple days ago.
You got your hat?
Betty wants to talk to you. Yes, I did. Thank you.
Nice.
My brother saw it, and he goes, I want one. And I said, you can have this one. I don't wear a hat. I got it for you, you dummy.
Nice.
I don't wear a hat.
Well, cool.
But, no, I got it for my brother because he loved my yard sign. He's the one who paid for it. He bought one for Betty, too.
Wow.
So I got to send it to Alabama.
Nice.
And but Betty wants to talk to you about a book that she told me about that she's got now, but she's going to talk to you about that. So if you've got Betty on the line,
okay, I'll look through here. There's actually quite a few people in here, so let me let you go, and I get through some of these, and maybe she'll pop up.
Yeah, you know how I feel about these communists.
Yeah,
I mean, you know how I feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, hey,
anyway,
cool.
All right, send an email though.
Okay, I will.
All right, dear.
All right, thanks. Bye. All right, let's see. See if we can get through some of these, and then maybe Betty's name will show up here. Let's see. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Joplin, Missouri.
Joplin, Missouri. What's your name, sir?
Emil. Last name's Ledoux.
Okay. What's on your mind? What do you think?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm here. Hey, you know what Fox News nobody is covering right now is the Justice Democrat. You know about them?
The Justice Democrat. Now, enlighten me.
Do you know who these people are?
Enlighten me.
Okay, the Justice Democrats is what AOC was recruited to. It's Bernie Sanders' organization, and he created it. I got tons of videos of this from 2016. Every show like this is showing all this now. AOC, Ilhan Omar, Tlaib, they're all recruited by this organization. They're huge. No one's covering this at all in the country. I don't get this. I mean, this isn't like conspiracy stuff. You can go on their videos from 2 years ago. They're now called the Brand New Congress. They're massive. And what they're doing is they're trying to swap out our Congress with they're pretty much nothing but a Marxist organization. But Bernie Sanders started it. I mean, you can go, if you go on to Facebook and you type in Justice Democrats homepage, your mind will be blown. Their photo is Tlaib, AOC, and I can't remember the other two new ones who are now.
And you say this is on
Congress.
Facebook. So if you go to, so you're saying if I go to Facebook and type in Justice Democrats, is it just
do it
us?
Right now, and your mind will be blown.
Is it just us Democrats?
Justice Democrats.
Just us Democrats.
No, justice, like Justice League.
Okay, justice.
If you type that in right now, your mind will be blown. And then you'll go, what the hell is this? Just like I did about a month and a half ago when I was turned on to this.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, what do you see the photo that's on there that says our time, and what do you see who's in this thing? You're not going to believe it.
My phone is really going slow here. All right, here we go.
This is bigger than anything that's going on right now with our government. They're making a play to take over Congress so they can control the government. Read the homepage.
Yeah, and they already have.
Mind.
Okay, yeah, wow. Our time. So this
Am
is.
I bullshit? Now,
No. This is crazy. PG-13, please, sir. Yeah.
Okay, now you ain't seen nothing. If you go on YouTube and type in the three people who run the show, guess what? They're all Bernie Sanders. They were off his staff from 2016.
Wow.
Bernie started this thing. Now Becky Bond is their super PAC. She's the one who just gave $6 million to Bernie. She fronted this thing with $210 million, man. I got video on YouTube of these idiots from 2.5 years ago when they were starting this whole thing. They never thought it was going to get big. You would freak out if you saw these videos.
No, this is you know what? Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. I mean, so they're basically changing the Democrat Party to a complete, total socialist party, and they're just doing it right under their noses.
No, they're Marxist. They're the Marxist Communist Party. Bernie started this when his campaign, he knew he wasn't going to win. I got video off of YouTube, which they are deleting these videos as fast as they can now. Listen, the guy who runs the whole thing was Bernie's number one man. His name is Zach Exley.
So you have an actual video. You have the video downloaded from YouTube that they were deleting. Can you email that to me?
I took every one I can. I got about 15 of them. I took every one I could.
Really? Okay. So if you can, send me all of them that you can. If you can, send me all, because I have a lot of people on here. I would love to see that. Send me your email. I'll have and I can have more conversation with you offline because I want to see these emails.
Yeah, hey, this is bigger. Seriously, this is bigger than this whole Russian conspiracy crap that's going on right now.
I know. I'm totally with you, sir. I'm totally with you. They are trying to change the very fabric of this nation, and they're doing it right up under our noses. Like, this is how it's supposed to be.
They're not, because they actually made a video. They had made a video. If you scroll through their page, look at the videos. There's a video with AOC and the three idiots who started this, who are Bernie's campaign staff from 2016, telling them, and only AOC is admitting how she was recruited. She didn't even want to run. Her brother filled out the nomination thing.
Yeah, someone, yeah.
Them so they would.
I've heard that, and she was, because I remember during the election, she was completely shocked that she won. Like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yeah. So, hey, sir, do this for me. Do this for me. Please send me the email with those videos, and we'll talk more offline, because I'm going to get through some of these other lines, and I'm really interested in seeing those videos that you have.
Okay, because listen, you guys are going to be the first people, because you got some pretty good viewers. Like I said, I sent a lot of stuff off to Mark Dice, and he's just started. He goes, we don't have time. I met him from years ago, and he goes, I don't have time. My show's really getting big, and he goes, I might go in a different direction. I said, Mark, are you joking? This is bigger than anything that's going on.
Well, send it to me, and I'll be happy. You know what? Send it to me.
Okay,
send it to me. Okay.
What's your? Hey, I'll have to break the videos
No,
down
so-
into 35. So I can send them to you. But let me have your email, and I'll send you everything I got.
Okay, yeah. So if you go, how are you watching right now? Are you on Periscope, YouTube, or Facebook?
I'm on YouTube watching it.
Okay, so if you go into the description of this video, description, you will see the information how to contact me.
Okay.
Or you can just write, or
Okay,
in
I'm
my
gonna do
email, just in case, my email is uniteamericafirst@gmail.com.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. Well, my name is Emil Ledoux.
Okay.
And I'm going to get everything I can to you. I'm telling you, man, when I got onto this by accident a month and a half ago. I was just checking who are super PACs, and I came across this video with Becky Bond, and she's like this liberal, just communist Marxist.
Yeah.
Well, I found out that she was actually giving money to Bernie just 3 months ago. So I said, all right. So I put their names together, and all of a sudden this shit came up. And I was like, whoa, what is this? They're the Marxist Democrat part.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. Let me get to some of these other calls, and please send me the emails.
Scroll through that page. Look who they're hooked up with now.
Yeah, I will. I most definitely will. I most definitely will.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the call.
This is a huge. I don't know why Fox. I've sent a ton of stuff to a producer on a show that I used to know years ago on Fox. She told me they don't even have time for something this frivolous. That's what this bitch told me.
Okay. Rated PG-13.
We got a communist party. Yeah. Okay. So
look, do this. Look through the emo. Seriously. I gotta let you go because I want to get some of these other calls before I get off. Send me the emails, okay? All right. Hey, I appreciate it.
Okay, I will definitely. I'll get right on it tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. Oh, look who just popped up here. Sweet Home Alabama. Betty, you okay? That tornado came through there. Are you okay?
Let me tell you something. I am fine. I am in North Alabama. I'm almost on the Tennessee line.
Ah,
but let me tell
okay.
you, I have realized what a family I have with UniteAmericaFirst.com. Let me tell you, people on this site were showing me so much care, so much love. They were calling me, or they were texting me, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, that goes to show what kind of a family following you have.
You know what? I love the fact that we're all Americans and we all care about each other and we all want what's best for each other. We can all be different. That's fine. That is absolutely, you know what? Being different is good because I don't want to live on a planet where there's a whole bunch of wheels. I mean, I really don't. I like myself. I love myself, but I only want one. I can only deal with one.
You have got the best group of followers of anybody else. You've got the best. I'm telling you, and I follow a lot of people. You've got the best. I love everybody that comments on your show.
I really appreciate that
because they know what they're talking about.
That makes me feel really good.
They have a good point.
That makes me feel really good.
Everybody else can agree with me.
That makes me feel really good.
Let me
Thank
tell you about my friend Liz.
Okay, yeah, she was just on. I don't know if you were listening. She was just on a minute ago.
Yes, I wasn't going to call in because I hadn't felt good. I've had the earache and everything.
Oh, sorry.
But I was telling her about a book I was hearing about, and I didn't hear a lot of details about it. I was just listening, and they were saying, these people were saying, get the book and just see if you can find any comparisons to then and now. And I was telling Liz about it, and dang if she didn't get right then and order this book for me and send it to me. Ain't that something? Sweetheart, that girl is. But the name of the book is, and this was written back in late 1900s, The Prophetic Works of Ingersoll Lockwood, Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey in 1900, or The Last President. It's 2 books in one. And I haven't really got started reading it real good yet because my eyesight's going. But I want to figure out, they were talking about something about he had this little Baron Trump, or whoever he was.
I think I've heard about this.
Mentor had this mentor. The mentor's name was Don.
I think I've actually heard about this.
So
Someone else was mentioning it a while back. I want to. Do you think because you know, like you said with your eyesight, do you think they have it on audio?
You know what? I don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't know. Liz got on there. And
so ask Liz. I mean, if Liz is still watching, Liz, send me a link to the book, and I'm gonna see if I can find it on audio. That would be pretty awesome. She's
an awesome person. I'll
yeah.
She's a sweetheart. Got me
send me
a sign
the
ordered,
link.
and her brother paid for it. we going Will Johnson and United America First all the way this year. I'm telling you.
Well, you know what?
And,
I just want what's best for all of us. I mean, that's it. That's not, you know what? And that's that's one of the main reasons why I respect our president, Donald J. Trump, because he just wants the best for all of us. And a lot of people don't like some of the decisions that he makes because he has a big heart. Dude has a huge heart. What? I mean, it is. And some people don't like it because he'll be nice to certain people when they think that he should just be absolutely mean.
You know what? For that man to have so much money, Will, he is more down to earth like us than any other person in the White House or the Congress or the Senate. He is more down to earth with us. He can feel what we feel. He knows what we know.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
It's not like he's trying to hide from it. He knows what we need.
Yep, absolutely.
And he's all in for it.
Absolutely.
And that's why I love Trump.
Yep.
And I feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of shutting in sometimes more than others, but I just feel like if we don't do something, these people are going to cheat us right out of the White House. You know, they're good at that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's going to happen come 2020. So we have to look at it. So if you can, if you talk to Liz, ask her if she's not. I don't know if she's still listening or not, but if you talk to her, ask her this.
Listening.
Okay, yeah, ask her. Will Liz send me the link to the book so I can see if there's an audio version of it out there. All right, hey Betty, thank you for the call. You there, Betty?
You, Will. Thank you for taking my call. I love all you guys for checking up on me, and I love you too, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care.
Bye.
Love you back. Bye. You know, my thing is there's absolutely no personal gain in doing this, right? I mean, what am I gaining? I mean, I'm putting so much out there. I mean, I'm subject to lose so much. But I have to do this fight. I can't go my entire life and not try and make a change. I don't like the fact the way the Democrats are just pushing their whole narrative onto all of us. And then when someone speak out against it, they say you're trying to be hateful. And that's not the case. I just don't want your craziness in my life. I don't. If you want the craziness in your life, then by all means be crazy. I just don't want it to affect me. Right? And I'm pretty sure everyone watching don't want what these crazy leftist liberals are doing to affect you. We don't want it to affect the American people. I don't want what they want to do to affect our children, but they're doing it. And that's the reason why I have to speak up, because that's what they're doing. If they were just doing all the crazy stuff and I'm like, okay, it's not affecting me. It's not affecting you. It's not affecting American people. We wouldn't care. For example, when two people go home and they lock their door, it's none of my business what they're doing. Right? As long as they're not in there making stuff that's going to harm other people outside the world, like these leftists have done in the past, bombs, the Weather Underground, or the Weathermen, right? As long as they're not doing that, it's fine. If they're doing their hanky-panky or whatever it is, by all means, it's none of my business. Let's go to Nancy. Hello, Nancy. How you doing?
Hi, Will. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Lon?
I'm doing fabulous. So what do you think? Do you think CNN is actually going to war with the American people, or you think it's just, I'm just talking here?
Oh, no. They're at war with us, and I believe the reason Fox do any debates is because they feel Fox will give Trump a chance.
Oh, yeah.
To where
yes.
CNN is just going to cut him, try
yes.
and cut him at the knees.
Yes. Yes.
They're
not only
communists.
Yeah, and not only that, they're afraid that Fox News will dominate the airwaves. They will dominate the airwaves. And you know what? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, President Trump said that he's not going to attend any of the debates that they have during the presidential election unless they go ahead and include Fox News, which is rightful. That's the right thing to do. This is not Nazi Germany. They don't get to dictate what we see, what we hear, what we believe. But that's exactly what they're doing.
Right. Exactly. I also wanted to ask you, you heard about the thing that Pelosi and them passed about now illegals can vote?
Yeah, so they're wanting to bring it in to where illegals can vote because the Democrats see that they're losing a lot of people in the Democrat Party, so they want illegals to vote. And you know what? And that's the whole thing. When I confronted Kamala Harris and Kevin De Leon, he's the author of the Sanctuary City bill here in the state of California. I confronted both of them and asked them, why are you putting illegals before the American people? And it's because of votes. But both of them were dumbfounded that someone would ask them that question.
True, but what I think was so mind-boggling is the Pelosi and the House had voted it in, but Schumer came out and said that they are not going to allow the Senate to vote on it. So they're going to pass it without it going through the full.
You know what? I'm telling you, it's because we are in this Nazi Germany. History is repeating itself right here in the United States of America, yes. and the socialist, communist, Marxist Democrats are the ones that's doing all of it. And on top of that, they're wanting to make it where children at the age of 16 can vote.
Exactly, and California. I don't know if you heard this. California just voted in their government an illegal alien lady.
Yeah, well, Kevin De Leon, he was appointing illegal aliens to his cabinet when he was here, to his administration or whatever you have. You know, he was doing it when he was. I mean, so, and the frustrating part about all of it is that the Republicans do nothing.
Exactly. I mean, we need somebody's got something on them or something for them to not be fighting the way they for us.
Exactly. It's like, what are you waiting on? Why are you not doing this? And the whole thing, and I bring this up all the time, and they're talking about impeaching the president. They say, well, they can't do it because they don't have the votes in the Senate. What they don't realize is that they have Republicans in the Senate. Republicans bow down to these Republicans. The whole thing of this, what I'm talking about tonight, the CNN attacking Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity, is because CNN have extended their power and they're showing it. Same thing in CPAC. They removed conservatives from CPAC because people at CNN didn't want them there. These leftists didn't want them there. It was leftist groups that were controlling CPAC. CPAC is supposed to be for conservatives. President Trump was the main headliner there. But for some reason, somehow, leftists are able to control who can be there and who can't be there. How is that even possible? So same thing's going to happen here with the Senate. That's my belief. And I want to be wrong. I hope and I pray that I'm wrong. But it sure looks like it because they don't show up.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And before I let you go, because I know you've got a lot of callers, but I need to ask you if you think the same way I do. I have got a deep feeling that the Democrats are this. What I'm going to ask you is covering this up to prevent Trump from doing anything. This Ginsburg thing. I don't believe that woman's still alive.
You know what? I have to say that I agree with you. Because It's something really odd about that whole situation. Any other time, they would make sure that she's front and center. They would even be questioning her. You know, we're glad that you pulled through the surgery, this and that, and just to show the American people that, hey. And then some video. I haven't seen the video myself, but people were telling me that there's a video with her going through the airport. And
you think they'd at least do a little video of of her saying, I'm okay, I'll be back to work, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Supposedly he was.
Yeah, it looked like Jim on Periscope says she is room temperature. I think Jim is onto something. Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, I want to thank you for the call.
All right, love you, dear. God bless you and your family. Honey.
Love you back. Take care. Exactly. So most of the time when I go live, I'm looking at my Periscope because there's so many wonderful people on the Facebook and on the YouTube, but for some reason they don't let my Periscope go that far, and they don't let that many people get on there, or either the people just don't want to watch it on Periscope. I don't know, but anyways, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to build it up just a little bit. Not much, but as much as I can. So let's go to look at who is this? Is this Brandon from Alamo City? Is that correct? Is this Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon from San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio. Where I get Alamo?
The Alamo City.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That'll work. What's going on? What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think CNN is at war with the American people and trying to take down Fox News? Or am I just talking?
Of course. No, of course. And to be honest with you, I think the whole, thing with Tucker Carlson is just a bunch of hogwash. I mean, if you really think about like the remarks he made back in the day, he was actually working for MSNBC at the time. So what does that have to do with Fox News?
Exactly. And I'm like, why wasn't it an issue then? Why didn't they bring it up then? Why weren't they trying to say, why would you say these things? You know why? Because the whole hashtag Me Too was in effect at that time. So now they see a pathway, pull something up on a person's past and try to destroy them now in the future. We all make mistakes. It is water under the bridge. No one can change I used to be a Democrat, and God forgive me. It was a mistake in my life, but I can't change it. I can't change the past. All I can do is work on the future now.
Yeah. Totally agree, and to be, honest as well, I mean, he was on the Shock Jock radio show. So you're supposed to say outlandish things.
And they do it all the time. They do it all the time. I mean, so it's that's why he's not apologizing for it, and he shouldn't have to.
I don't apologize for anything unless I really, need to.
You know what? And I've done things in the past that, that I regret doing. And I think about those different things, and I look at myself and I'm like, man, I can't believe that I did that. If I harp on it, I was like, man, I'm such a terrible person, but I've learned to have to forgive myself and apologize to the people that were involved. But I can't harp on that and keep going on because we all make mistakes. What they're doing here to try to get at Tucker Carlson, they don't care about him making a mistake in the past. They just want to remove him because he alone is beating out CNN.
Yeah,
it's killing him. That's what this is.
Straws.
Exactly.
They're grasping straws.
Exactly.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet because I know you got a bunch of calls. But yeah, I appreciate everything you do, and keep up the good work. And leave California, move to Texas. We don't have state tax here, so it's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. And you know what? If God makes it to where He wants me to leave California, then I will. So we're gonna see.
Just stay out of Austin. Just stay out of Austin. Come.
That's where InfoWars is, right? InfoWars headquarters is in Austin, Texas.
I think so.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, but
maybe there's a reason why God put.
Infowars
Maybe there's a reason why God put Infowars in Austin, Texas. Maybe there's a reason why God put me here in Commeyville, California. So I don't know.
Just to piss them off, man.
That could be it too. So, but hey, I want to thank you for the call. Take care, Brandon.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
All right, bye.
Yeah, you too.
All right, let's see what we have here. Hello, and what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Hi, what's up, Will? This is Jimmy from New York City.
Jimmy from New York. What's going on, Jimmy?
Well, Will, thank you for taking my call here, man. I appreciate everything you guys do. This movement is very important for all the American people to wake up. And I was one of the guys on Twitter that been messaging you a lot lately. And I know you might be busy on a lot of things and taking on these leftists, man, but there is something very important in my mind, and I just wanted to express it out to you, to Owen Schroyer, to anybody out there who's fighting this war. And to me, I think that the most important thing out of all of you guys that are in these YouTube channels, who's very popular, who has a lot of subscribers and followers, that, I mean, you guys got thousands of people following you and listening to you, but I believe that everybody is just kind of like on their thing. Let's say Candace Owens with the Brexit, David Harris Jr. on his, but even Alex Jones, for God's sake. And you guys have a very powerful voices out there, but I believe deeply in my heart that if all of you guys, all of you, and I'm talking about all of you, just gather around all everybody together and just in the common ground and get everybody in focus to just go out there and get the word out. Let's say, for instance, this war with Fox News, right? I mean, this is ridiculous right now.
Oh, it is.
But look at Laura Loomer, for God's sake.
Yes.
Why did nobody stand up for Laura Loomer when she was over there at CPAC? I just don't understand that.
Because and it's crazy that you have these leftists that's controlling the Republicans over at CPAC, telling them who can and who cannot be there. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, this is Nazi Germany. And with them removing people off of social media, I call it digital book burning. Because they don't want your story to be told. It is digital book burning in the new Nazi Germany that's being controlled by these communist socialist Democrats that's in Congress right now.
Okay, but my point here is, what can we do about this? I mean,
you know what?
We just don't unite, all of us, if we just don't unite all of it, and I'll tell you this, you guys that have such a big power of listeners out there, and I'm talking about everybody. I'm not talking about just you, Will. I'm talking about everybody.
You know what? That would be awesome if we could get all of these people to get together and do something. That would be phenomenal.
Listen,
I mean, I don't have any disagreements with it, but just making the timing right to do it.
Well, I'll tell you this: Brandon Straka did the walkaway movement. What happened with him? Look at that. It took off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Candace Owens, she took off. You were taking off. Alex Jones taking off. Owen Schroyer is taking off, and everybody else is taking off. So, what is keeping all you guys to do this? I mean, I'll tell you this. Let's say, for instance, you, Candace, David, and everybody else. We're talking about everybody.
Right, I hear you.
I'm talking about because all you guys met up at the White House. And there's a lot of black conservatives there with their own YouTube channel with thousands or even millions of followers.
Yes.
And I just don't understand, why is it that Alex Jones, Candace Owens, Owen Schroyer, David Harris Jr., Charlie Kirk. I mean, we're talking about a major voice out there and say, hey, what are we going to do about it? Are you going to listen to us or not?
One of the things that someone's actually tried to do this, what you're talking about in the past, and still trying to do it. And his name is Tommy. And he he's created this event called the Mother of All Rallies. And it takes place in September in DC. So, personally, and you know what? He's made it to where it's free of charge for anyone to participate. You don't have to pay to go there. Well, let me take that back. You do have to pay to go there, plane ticket, bus ticket, car ride, gas, whatever, but you don't have to pay to go into the event. It's open to the public. It's meant for everybody to come, and it's absolutely meant for all of these top people that you're naming off to participate. The thing is getting people to take out of their schedule to go to it, to participate. I plan on going.
Yeah.
I plan on being there at the mother of all rallies. But the problem is let me see how to say this without trying to be. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, and because I'm not the type of person that I'm like just a small fish in this humongous ocean, right? But there's people who reach a certain status and certain level think that doing certain things like that is beneath them because it's all about them. And there's people, there's a lot of people out there. So getting everybody to come and making it in their schedule is kind of hard to make it happen. And then there's a lot of people that's doing all this crazy infighting and stuff like that. And because you're still dealing with people, but you know what? The bigger picture is what you were saying. This country, this country is being overran by these communist leftists. And if we don't stand up and we don't do something without being violent to give them what they want, they're going to run all over us. And we're going to be where we're going to be. We're going to be in these FEMA camps if they get their way. We're going to be without having a voice. We're not going to be able to go on here. Come 2020, I'm subject to believe that they're going to remove every single conservative that they can. I mean, and it's not going to change. So we're looking for a word of hurt. So hey, I want to thank you for the call. So if you go to Mother of Our Rallies, I'll see you there.
All right, my man. Take care now. Love you, man.
Right.
Love you guys. Keep on the fight.
Take care. All right. So it's hour and 15 minutes I've been on here. Hey, I want to say, I have to get off now, but I want to tell everyone thank you for being here. And if you know what, let me show you this right here. This is something, I normally don't ever do this, but this is Turbo Force at InfoWarsStore.com. This stuff is amazing. If you like drinking coffee, and if you want to do something else other than coffee, this Turbo Force is absolutely awesome. I take half a package of this and I'm just like, I'm ready to take on the world. It is amazing. This stuff is amazing. I mean, and the sugar level is I think it was 4% sugar in it. It's extremely low. My main point of telling you about this Turbo Force is that when you go to InfoWarsStore.com, you're actually helping me. If you believe that, you don't have to believe it because the only reason why I'm talking about it because it's something that I take and I believe in InfoWars.com. And that's the reason why I'm doing it. And when you go purchase it, tell them, say, hey, Will Johnson sent you. If the system allows you to say it, say Will Johnson sent you because you help me when you do this. Turbo Force. It is absolutely wonderful. With that said, I want to thank everybody for watching. My name is Will Johnson, UnitesAmericaFirst.com. Thank you. We got to keep fighting for this country. We got to. If you love it, you've got to keep fighting. I want to thank everybody. And have a wonderful and blessed evening. God bless.